Hey, how's it going, guys? Sinister Skater here, bringing you the final Reckoning DLC pack multiplayer map coverage. This video we're going to be covering Fracture, but if you guys missed any of the other 3 multiplayer maps, links will be down in the description so you can go check those maps out. But let's get on with Fracture, which is a very interesting map. Fracture takes place in an Arctic excavation site on a glacier, and it's a snow map, and snow maps are always good, so we're starting off on the right foot here. Design wise, at first I thought this map would be a small map, but truly I'd call it an extra long medium map. There's 4 lanes with really long lines of sight, so snipers and assault rifles are going to dominate. And to counter getting long shot by these snipers, you gotta bob and weave between all the equipment that's scattered around the map. You know, you got turbines, digging equipment, just all this equipment scattered around the map to give it that real Arctic excavation feel to it. Now this map is pretty much one level with a few things to jump on, with the exception of these spawns. In each spawn there's I'd say a 3 to maybe even 3.5, 4-story building in each spawn that makes for very interesting uplink games, but we'll talk about that more later. Now, like I said, this map is really long and there's not too many places to go, not that many flanking routes, not anything like that, so pretty much going to be going head to head with your enemies. And there's 4 lanes and just a bunch of paths where they can go in between and everything, so you gotta be aware of your surroundings at all times, because I've been killed a bunch of times by just people popping out of corners while I'm not paying attention, or they're up on this thing or something like that. So you gotta be aware of your surroundings when playing this map. Now this map does have a timed event. When this time event triggers, the map will start rumbling, and the side towards the water or the ocean, or a lake, not a lake, but you know, the water side, the ice will break apart from the glacier and it will make a gap within the map. This is a pretty minor event. The whole lane isn't destroyed. You can still jump on the floating ice, move around, use that side of the map. It just makes you a little more vulnerable, and you have to be aware that there's a crack in the ice and you can fall and freeze to death in some water. Otherwise, nothing too big there. Overall, I'd probably say this is my least favorite map out of them all, just because it plays long and I don't like I like to flank, I like to rush, run around, you know, catch people off guard. You can't really do that on this map, and usually I'm getting picked off from weird places, people like sitting in the back of the sniper or something. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it does make for some interesting hardpoint and uplink games. This map may hold the record for the smallest hardpoint zones in the history of Call of Duties with the hardpoints. The hardpoint zone, the first hardpoint zone is in the middle, and you gotta take cover behind this like weird structure thing. It's really weird. Then the second one is like, let's just say it's really small. It's literally this 2-foot area around this really small building, and then the other hardpoints are pretty small too. It's definitely wear flat jacket for hardpoint, because it's crazy. And then uplink, the little satellite portal, whatever you call those things, the end zones, we'll call them end zones. I'm gonna call them end zones for this video. The end zones are on top of the tall buildings that are 3.5, 4 stories in each of the spawns. Now this makes for really interesting uplink games, because the buildings are really tall. People will be sitting on all different levels of the building, the floors, you know, not even in the spawn, and they're just picking you off. So it's like a really intense fight to get to the top and get the satellite in, you know. It might even be worth just tossing the satellite in from the ground if you can even reach it that high. But it's really fun to play uplink. I'm not really a big uplink player. I haven't really played it that much, just like in mosh pits like that. And I would say when I played uplink on this, it was really fun, because it just, you know, they could have just thrown it on the glacier on the ground, but by putting it on top of these buildings, it makes it really fun. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for Fracture. It's the final DLC map of Reckoning that I had to cover. So let's get into this mini review real quick. Again, I haven't played Exo Zombies, so that's a whole different story. I can't even tell you if it's fun or not, or well, I'm not even into it, so whatever. Multiplayer map wise, I still think Supremacy was a way better map pack. I don't know, when I played those maps, I actually liked it and really enjoyed playing the maps. The first two map packs were, and all the maps were, well, not all of them, but most of them were kind of crappy. This map, I feel like when they designed the Advanced Warfare maps, they really didn't know how to design them, and then towards the end, like these last two DLCs, they figured out how to design them. So these maps are really fun to play. Fracture is my least favorite. That's not saying a lot. The other maps are really fun. Fracture is still really fun to play. Decent DLC pack. Should you buy it? If you like Call of Duty and still going to be playing it until Black Ops 3, if you're getting Destiny or something for the next month, sure, go ahead and buy it. I'd recommend it. If you are looking to buy a DLC pack, definitely I would go with Supremacy first, and then this pack. And the other two, I don't really care for them. They're not too awesome. I just have the maps and I play them in the rotation. Just to compare, like, for Supremacy, I'd say I'd give that a 10, just saying it's the best one out of it. Reckoning, give it a, a solid 8. 7.5, 8 out of 10. So that's a little review. With that, Fracture was the last map we had to cover, so if you guys missed any of the other videos, links will be in the description. By the time this video is out, they will all be up, so you can watch them all back to back to back to back. See if you want to buy the map pack, make your decisions, all that stuff. If you guys like the video, make sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. And with that, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Mr. Skater, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.